order, and I'll ask the city clerk to call the roll, please.
Councilmember Hooper.
Present.
Councilmember Brooks Frazier.
Here.
Councilmember Henderson.
Present.
Councilmember Tolfred.
Present.
Councilmember Mosley.
Here.
Councilmember Atkins.
I'm here.
Okay, 100% attendance, that obviously makes a quorum, so appreciate everybody being here tonight. We got the first item is the minutes of the November 10th, 2025 meeting.
Move that the minutes for November 10th be approved as emailed and received by hard copy. Second.
I've got a motion and a second. Clerk's got the two members that did that. Any question, discussion, or correction to the minutes? All in favor of approval, show by hand, please. I see 6 in favor, the minutes are approved. That will lead us to the city clerk's report. You've got all this in your packet. Just a very brief comment. I'm pretty pleased where we are with our 2025 budget. There will have to be a few relatively minor amendments made in January to consolidate everything according to law, but we have done pretty good, all things considered. And you've got the financial report and the cash balances, along with all the information on the current sales tax, which we give you each month. And then, of course, you've got the Bradley County District Court report for information.
I move that the statement of revenue and expenditures be approved as presented during the agenda meeting and I were able to review over the second.
Motion. Councilmember Henderson made a motion, second Councilmember Mosley. Question or discussion on any of the financial reports? Of course, you've had council members, you've had this to look at, but any question or discussion? All in favor of approval, show of hands, please. I see 6 in favor. Thank you. That'll bring us to the mayor's report. And again, I'll be extremely brief. And I sound like a broken record on this, seem like I have for the last number of months, but we do have some major movement going on the biochar plant. Finally, from both the company that has been looking at it for quite some time and their financial package, ADFA and them have had some additional talks, which I've been privileged to be involved in. Make a long story short, ADFA's making them, or telling them they'll accept a proposal to buy the building and the land out there. This is the old poultry plant. ADFA's not going to finance anything. They're going to sell it to them outright. And then this company would come in and put their business in. If they're unable to come to an absolute agreement on the price, the company has told me that they will come back to me because they're going to come to Warren. And they may want a piece of land. But they prefer that if they can work out the deal with ADFA. So that's just in a nutshell what's going on. We are expecting to have word on the grant report. We've got 2 major grants pending. I've reported this for several months. One of them is the West Side Pool on Rock Street to do a very major renovation of that, which has got to be done if we're going to keep operating it, which we do want to do. And then the other one is the Cultural Center facility to do a major renovation and repairs to it so that we can use it. And those 2 grants are pending. We'll probably hear something from the pool before anything else, but hopefully give us enough time to get something done before next summer. All right, that's all I have there. Council members, do y'all have anyone to recognize? Yes, ma'am.
I would like to recognize Carolyn McCoy.
Miss Carolyn, you're recognized. Well, while she's coming, come on up. That'll be fine, because some people may want to speak. I want to tell them something here. There's a matter under the Planning Commission, a rezone that the Planning Commission did not approve. The owner of that property, this might be what she wants to talk about, I'm not sure, but the people that made the request have not requested officially to, just hang on a minute, you still may want to say something, if you do, that's okay. Have not responded or made any request to us by phone, letter, or anything that they want to appeal this. So, I mean, and I don't think anybody's here representing them, are they, that represents the folks that asked for it to be rezoned? We thought they might just show up and ask for
How
it to
many
be.
days do they have? to
That's a
file
good
that?
question, and I don't know the answer to it, but they're gonna have to, they're gonna have to make a request at some point.
5 days.
Assuming that nothing else happens, and certainly tonight, we're not gonna do anything because they're not here to make any kind of request, this thing's defeated. I mean, it's dead. If they've got a time to come back, I'm gonna have to check the ordinances on that and see if they still got so much time to officially appeal it. If they do, then it would come back to the city council, of course, to be considered. We certainly make sure everybody knew about that if they do.
That's
But
what
as
they
of-
off her chest.
As of right now, the planning commission turned it down. And they can't rezone it anyway because all they do is make recommendations. Now, Ms. Carolyn, you're welcome to say something if you want to.
In behalf of the community, I'm speaking as far as with the rezoning and the rezoning and the RV park or whatever they was trying to put there. And they had property mixed up that it was not surveyed. They just came and just staked off the property in the community, which it was the wrong property. And because it was belonging to the Langford family, and they're here to represent, and the Thomas family is here to represent, and it's just a small portion. The night that we had the meeting here, when I went home, they didn't know where the property was. And it was just a small bit of property. You couldn't put barely a home there. And that's what I'm representing, the community on the west side at the Langford and the Thomas, behind the Thomas property, that a RV park could not be placed there.
I would guess if they even come back, that we're probably gonna have to go back to the planning commission again, even if they request and get the correct property, laid out, they would still, but the planning commission says no. And that's it, unless these people are able to appeal
Well,
something.
that night, the same night, like I said, they didn't know what they were getting,
Right.
buying. And I saw, because it's right from me, when I was coming home, they came down to Thomas Street to see what was there. And it's not there, it's not for RV park, and we do not want a RV park.
Well, there's gonna be nothing done on it, and like there's nothing to do. There's nothing to do,
I
so.
had my bag.
And I'm sorry, everybody came out because we didn't know what was gonna happen. We thought, they might show up and verbally make a request.
They saw they didn't have anything.
Anybody else? We got a couple of other names. Anybody else wanna say anything? Now, we're not gonna have a public hearing on it or nothing, but I just did want y'all to understand what was going on.
She called me while I was in New Orleans.
Ms. Tolfree?
First of all, I would just like to thank all the concerned citizens for coming.
Yeah.
But second of all, I would like to say that all the time when people say they gonna do whatever they want to do, we have commissions and boards in places to represent the people of the community. And evidently, y'all need to give the planning commission members kudos for doing the things that they've done to save y'all this heartache. So, I just wanted to say that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Does everybody understand what we've said? I want to make sure everybody's clear on what's going on. Whoever this was, I don't even remember the name, they came to the planning commission, and I know there's a dispute about the property and everything, but they made their case to put the RV park. Planning commission said no. But under law, under normal circumstances, under the law, if somebody's turned down by the planning commission, they do have a right to appeal it to the city council. And that's what we thought maybe was gonna happen, but because only the city council can rezone property. The planning commission cannot. They make recommendations. But under the law, the city council has to be the ones to rezone anything. So I just want to make sure everybody was clear on what was going on. We appreciate all of you being here. That's no problem at all. And if something else does come up on this, we'll try to make sure we get you the word on it, okay? So everybody knows what's going on. If some way or the other they come back and, you know, try something additional on it.
How did these people come across this property? Where did they
I don't have any
purchase it
idea.
from?
I don't know.
Okay.
They say something about online.
Crazy.
It was online.
I don't know. All right, well, nobody else wants to speak, just to be safe. I don't want to cut anybody off, somebody, but we get the message, I promise you. I think we do, we understand. So thank you. All right, council members, anybody else that y'all need to recognize on maybe another subject or anything? And I had 3 people that signed up. Ms. McCoy was one of them, Mr. Willie Thomas, and Miss Sarah
Pillow.
Hill. But y'all all okay?
You're fine, sir.
Okay, all right. We will move along. We'll move along. And thank y'all though for showing up. Administrative Standing Committee reports. Police Chief Hildreth, would you come forward? You've got his written report in pretty good detail there, but let him make any comments he wishes to make.
Yes, sir. At the mayor's page, you guys do have my monthly report for the activities for November of 2025. We can proudly say now that we had, since our last meeting, we had one of our uncertified patrol officers graduate from the academy. It was November the 21st. Officer Deallis Henderson has become a certified officer after 13 weeks of training, and we'll get ready to try to send another uncertified officer to the academy, hopefully this January the 26th. There's a couple of issues that we've had the police department on to bring attention to the city council. I discussed with the mayor last week. Times is calling up with us. We've been doing our fingerprints the old-fashioned way, the way they've been doing them since 1940 or something of that nature. We use the old liquid ink in the cardboard fingerprint cards. We were told by the state last week that they will no longer be accepting those cards. We're going to have to get the electronic fingerprint machine, the one that goes directly to the state. We priced those, they average around $10,000. I'll speak with the men in the police committee. We're all going to have to go to. The state is leaving from the fingerprint cards. Other than that, it's taking along. Everything seems to be going all right now with the staff. We've gotten back up, as you can see, a little bit. We're still advertising for police officers. We have a couple more slots we need to fill. We still have an individual out on extended medical leave. We don't anticipate him coming back, but we really don't know at this particular time.
So he's on family medical leave act.
That's our HR.
I hope so.
Then drawing workers'
Yes,
comp.
yes.
Oh, on workman's comp.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
for some time, and, well, we need to get in the executive session if I told you the whole story, and
I need to know the
and
whole-
that may come to that at some point, but right now, that's the
I just
situation.
know the law requires that under certain circumstances that we utilize the family medical leave fund.
But when this league is involved, so that kind of went over my head a little bit, so.
Okay.
Don't think that's the issue,
Okay, no problem.
but nevertheless.
I got a question. So
Yes.
I was looking at the numbers and I noticed there's 20, I don't know if it's like, if you gave a type of arrest or, no insurance is what I'm thinking about, what I'm talking about. So if there's 20, that's a lot of vehicles with no insurance.
Right.
And the reason that it comes to my mind is I was in 2 accidents and both times
Right.
the person that hit me, no insurance,
Right.
and how much trouble it is.
Right.
So is there anything that we can do? And I know sometimes it's by accident, but sometimes they just don't have any intentions on getting, or can't get insurance.
Right.
But until you get hit by an uninsured motorist, you don't know
Right.
the nightmare that is. And so I was just thinking, that's a lot of tickets, and
Well,
I think,
and I'll say this, a lot of those tickets are issued because they don't have proof of insurance at the
Okay.
time. A lot of times people don't have the insurance card in their cars, sometimes people have it on their phone and they can't get to it, so the citation has to be issued. But once they come to the police department to show their proof of insurance, the ticket is now called to us, we say drop it.
okay,
A lot of times people do have insurance, they just don't have the proof in their vehicle,
Yeah.
so we have to cite them, so that number's kind of skewed just.
okay, okay.
And Mayor, just for
Yes, ma'am.
clarification, the term extended medical leave is the light bulb that went off. There's a difference between the workman's comp and.
That was just my bad use
No
of
problem,
terminology.
no problem.
And also, we do have an update on the cameras. We are slowly but surely getting there. We're still having an issue with the, company getting the, permit from Energy to put it on a couple of light poles. We have the ones up on, Martin and Church and Martin and Pine, but we had a little issue who was supposed to get the electrician to supply the electricity to the box. Come to find out, it was gonna be the city, so we're in the process of finding the electrician, going through, Rob Johnson to find the electrician to supply the power to the cameras. But the license plate reader on East Church is up and running.
Anybody got any questions? Yes, sir, Mr. Tolfree.
Chief, on the training academy, do we pay for the cadets to go to the training academy?
No, sir, no, sir, no, sir, state provides that training for us. Yes, sir.
Now, are they on
They're
payroll?
on payroll now, we're paying them.
Yeah, they're on payroll, but we don't have to pay any fee or anything for them going.
Reason asking, I was just wondering, could we get a contract if they leave us right quick after they get out of the academy? Do they have to reimburse us?
Well, actually, the law already has it, the law in effect for that. And what it is, if we pay for them to go to the academy, now it's lined out by how long they stay. If they decide to go to another department, the department has to reimburse us a certain percentage of what we paid them in salary based on how long before they left. If they leave like immediately after, then pretty much all the money we pay them in salary will get reimbursed. If they stay 6 months, then it goes down a certain percentage for every like 6 months that they stay.
Thought that was making sure. Thank you.
That's state law,
Yes.
so. Okay, anybody got any other questions for the chief? Police committee, Councilmember Burks Frazier, I think we got one item there. I don't know that your committee's met, but you want to make any comment?
No, we didn't meet, but we are for, the live scan fingerprints
Right.
that's gonna be
Right.
needed, and then some other things that we had on the,
The issue, the feral cat issue has, been submitted by citizens requesting that you look into it. That's why that's on there, but I know y'all hadn't had a chance yet to
Right.
dig into that, so. Anything else?
not for me.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Chief.
Thank you, Mayor.
Fire Chief, I think he's out there. If he'd come forward, you've got his written information. I already see the question I've got, but I'll go ahead and let y'all.
Good evening.
Chief, go ahead.
We had 18 calls total, we had no tone-outs, no fires thrown out the entire department, had volunteer payroll of $520. Had our monthly meeting on, I'm sorry, November 3rd, that's a typo, I should have taken October out of there. With 25 members present. So we had an uneventful month, thank goodness.
He walked in the other day for our personal weekly meeting, and I think he beat on my desk and said, "I'm knocking on wood. I'm scared something's about to happen. We've gone a long time without a real fire call, so we hope that keeps going, because we don't want any fires, but gotta stay ready." Any questions for the fire chief? I wanted to ask Chief again, this kind of comes up about every meeting, but on that second page of your report, you've got 4 different past fires. It looks like a couple of vehicles, couple of structures, going all the way back to 2024, where we're trying to get insurance to pay. It just says pending. Do we have any new information on anything there?
I resent them all of the standard letter we sent, and I have not heard anything back.
Are we being ignored by the insurance companies? Because we are, I'm gonna talk to the insurance commissioner. If we are.
I have no idea if we're being, I guess that would be a good way to put it.
Okay. Well, I mean, 3 of them are from 2024,
Right.
and then only 1 of them from the middle of 2025. If they're just gonna ignore us regardless of what the law says, then I think it's time for the city to, and me and you'll talk about that, but I think I may need to talk to the insurance commissioner.
Well, on previous reports, it went back even farther.
I know it,
Yeah.
I know it. I'm getting this funny feeling in the pit of my stomach that we're being ignored. And, I just wanna see what can be done, if anything, but I may be wrong, but I'm sure taking a long time. We'll check on that, okay? Any other questions for the fire chief? Fire committee, Mr. Tollfree?
Nothing at this time.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, chief. Sanitation manager, Mr. Johnson. You got several pieces of information in your packet and several things from him. Let you go through anything you need to.
Yeah. Anybody have any questions, I'll be glad to answer.
Y'all can just see, so the public can hear this too, we're doing a lot of picking up of junk and limbs, which of course we pick up with our own 63 loads of junk and 41 loads of limbs, or at least some quantity of those. And we have removed, and this is all for November, right?
Yes, sir.
And we have removed 11 more inoperable vehicles just sitting on property in the city limits. This is unbelievable. We're probably zeroing in on 200 since we started doing this. Cars, trucks, vehicles cannot be left sitting in the yard, growing up in weeds or broke down or whatever. If they don't run, they're not insured. What else am I forgetting?
Licensed.
Not licensed. And it's incredible how many of them we've got. And we are getting rid of them. Now, people get notified, they get a chance to do something with them. But that's just for the month, 11. I think we're going toward nearly 200 over the last 2 years that we've collected. Anything else for solid waste? And I want to get to the sanitation committee.
No, sir, that's it.
Okay, Councilmember Atkins, you're the chairperson of that committee. You've got a couple of items there. And I do want to just call to your attention that we've got representatives of the low bidder, if you will, on our private collection proposal are here in case you happen to want to ask them any questions or talk about anything, but you're recognized.
Thank you, Mayor. The sanitation committee met on December the 4th. Myself and Councilmember Hooper were present, also Mayor Reed and Mr. Johnson. And at that time, Mr. Johnson gave us an extensive report of his research for the bids that we authorized for the administration to go forth about getting a contract for our solid waste collection. So I will let Mr. Johnson kind of give a couple of highlights about your research. I don't want your homework to go in vain.
You caught me off guard.
Let me say, if I might, Madam Chair, I'm going to turn it loose to him, but I do want to thank the sanitation committee. They've done a lot of hard looking at all this stuff and studying it too. I know they got recommendations to make, at least one, but Rob, if you would just kind of go over what we did, we bid it out, and cover kind of what the proposal is.
For residential garbage pickup, we sent out proposals for a 1 day a week pickup, for residential, and then commercial to be decided. Each individual commercial dealer will decide what we're gonna do with them once the decision, if any, is made from y'all. We had 3 companies that answered the proposal request, and the people that had the low proposal are in the back here, GFL. Their landfill is located in Union County. They service Hermitage, Columbia County, I believe, and Monticello, I believe, and some other towns. If y'all need those are just ones I know right offhand. We've been dealing with GFL for a number of years. They've been great with everything, or anything we ask, they take care of us. They came in, like I said, as the low bid. Y'all have the information on that. It was a learning experience for me to talk to all of them about their different scenarios, and I feel like that it will be a plus for the city. I really do. In my opinion, you didn't ask for it, but I feel like it would be. That's.
Rob explained that their proposal, I want everybody to understand this, their proposal is to pick up all the residential garbage, at least vast majority of it.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll make sure everybody's gets picked up. They will pick up all the residential. This is single-family, apartment complexes, public housing authority, this goes on and on. They will utilize the containers that the city of Warren has already purchased, and they will pick everybody up, residential, and the businesses will be on kind of an individual basis, but they'll pick up all the residential one time a week. Every neighborhood in this town will have an assigned time. Of course, we'll have to get all that information out to everybody to know when their garbage is going to be picked up every week. It will be done with one truck and a driver, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so not gonna be guys hanging on garbage trucks, okay? That won't occur anymore. It'll be, which means everybody will have to have a designated place where they put their container. And we'll still do the billing just like we do now through the water system. And then, of course, pay the company for how many they pick up every month. Commercial will, most businesses, especially small business, be basically the same thing.
Basically, but we're gonna have to work that out on the.
Yeah, we'll have to work, but some people gotta have more than one pickup and
Their rate will be adjusted accordingly. And then they also offer different size containers that folks keep everything on a level.
the big dumpsters. He's talking about the big dumpsters. That's another animal by itself. You got something
So
for
just
getting the,
want to remind the council, I'm sure you don't need reminding, but solid waste has been a huge line item for the city as far as operating at a deficit. This is not gonna bring us to the black, but it sure will put us on track a lot quicker than what we are. So with us purchasing those 90-gallon containers, and we're really one of the last cities to move toward using a contractor. So from a personnel standpoint, we will have still a full crew. We will still be able to do the bulk, the garbage collection as far as the big items with the boom truck. The guys will still be out picking up trash and other duties that we'll be able to get them to hopefully fill in. But that's the plan right now, and we want to move rather quickly because the lease on the current truck will be coming due rather soon. And so if we don't move forward, then we will keep things as they are and hope that we don't have to do any major increases anytime soon. So with that being said, are there any questions? That's just item number 1 on our agenda.
might I add one other thing, just so everybody's clear, what we're talking about here, or the committee will be making a recommendation, but what we're asking, we're talking about entering a franchise agreement with these people, just like utility company type thing, basically. That's what garbage is. It's a utility service that's provided. And we're talking about a 5-year contract or a 5-year franchise agreement. I keep saying contract. It's not exactly the right way to say it legally, but a 5-year agreement. Of course, there's provisions on both sides if somebody's not satisfied with something, but and of course, there are some automatic increases each year in the franchise to cover, cost of living and all that increased cost. But it is the best deal that I've seen as mayor. I just want to say this before the committee makes their recommendation. I have, and I know the chairperson's probably tired of me saying this, but I have been opposed to going private contract all my years as mayor, because I thought we could provide that little extra service that's needed to our people sometimes. The world has changed. the cost of things have changed. And they've given us, in my opinion, and Mr. Johnson's, an excellent proposal to do what we need at an affordable price for us at this point in time. It'll be some changes, it'll take a little get used to, the 1 day of pickup and all that kind of stuff, which the council had already voted to do that, even if we kept it. But we think this is a good deal and worth us giving it a good try. And I just wanted to mention that, Madam Chairperson. Again, thank y'all for all y'all's study and consideration as a committee.
Thank you, Mayor. In your packets, you have the official certification from Ms. Nelson of 3 bids that were received. One from GFL, who's in the audience tonight, at $10.23 per month. Get rid of it at $16, and then cards at $18.39. And again, this is not in addition to what our citizens are already paying. This is part of the increases already happened. So no further increases at this time. The committee would like to move that we accept the bid from GFL at $10.23 to go into a franchise agreement with GFL at $10.23 per residence.
Second.
All right, we got a motion on the committee recommendation, and we got a second. Mr. Tolfree second the motion. What this, if you approve this, this means we will go back with the company. We will put this agreement together in a contract form, but a franchise deal for 5 years. And we will bring that back to you to approve it. You know, the actual document to approve it. We'll do this as fast as we can do it, because as the chairperson said, we gotta act on this, because just to give you an example, if we don't have to keep leasing equipment that we've been doing, we're gonna cut $7,000 a month out of this thing right off the top of our expenses. Just understand that the 1023 is for residential pickup 1 time a week. There's still going to be rates for commercial. There's still going to be rates for the big dumpsters. So that's not all they're going to be doing, but that's what they're going to charge us, and it's by far the best deal we've seen. So, questions from the council or comments?
Call for the vote.
Call for the vote. All those in favor of the committee's recommendation, show of hands, please. I see 6 in favor, so that is approved. Thank you all. I know this is a lot to take in and a lot to deal with, but I think you've made an excellent decision for the people of our community, and especially the cost, and still let us get our garbage picked up, disposed of. So, and we appreciate y'all all being here, and Mr. Johnson will be back in touch with you pretty quickly, okay? Y'all welcome to hang around, but if you need to roll, you can go, okay?
Be excused, I gotta
Yes,
be at
sir.
safety meetings in the morning.
Yes, sir.
Little Rock. Thank you.
Hey, and introduce yourselves as you're going out.
Okay, my name is Andrew Dion. I'm the Director of Operations for the Central East Region, which encompasses Arkansas, Oklahoma, Kentucky, and Tennessee, Clarksville, Tennessee. But we're happy to be a part of this town, and I'm really looking forward to putting a banner at the football stadium. I like our banners where winning teams are as opposed to teams that don't, because you know they always associate trash with poor teams. So I like my banner where teams are winning, and I like a good Frito pie Friday night game. So I'll have to catch one. And if, you know, I think a lot of people say, well, how could they do it so much cheaper? There's 2 reasons. 1, we wanted to be a part of the community. 2, we own the landfill. So if you have disposal options and you're pricing yourself, you can get more aggressive. And we're part of a lot of communities, and we're just excited to be a part of this community. And we look forward to it. I think a lot of your commercial customers will be happy because we have 2 yards, 4 yards, 6 yards, and 8 yards. So we have several other options for them, and we're excited to be a part of the community.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Rest of you, at least introduce yourself, please.
Oh, I'm Steve Tollett. I'm the hauling manager, which will be here all the time.
He'll take care of you.
Right, that's it. I'm out of El Dorado.
Thank you.
And I'm John Golden. I'm the operations manager for the Union County Landfill Class 1 in El Dorado. So if you need anything, give us a call.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
I'm Gina Henry. I work in HR, so I just show up to make sure they're on their best behavior.
All right, appreciate you guys having us.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you. You want to say anything else, council member? You got one other item
Yes,
there.
one more item before I'm ready to move on it. But if you notice in our financials, we still have some residual income left from our recycling grant. So Mr. Johnson is proposing that we kind of spruce up downtown with some new containers, like where the trash containers are right outside. And he gave us several to look at, and we can still look at some more. So we're not ready to move on that yet, but we'll bring some samples to you.
Know about like those green, the green garbage cans that are.
Yes. And part of the proposal, the chairperson might want to mention it, but we're looking at something that not only put garbage in, but you put recyclable material in too. So, you know, just aluminum cans, things like that, so. All right, is that all?
Yes.
Madam Chair, thank you, and I don't want to keep beating a dead horse here, but thank you so much for your committee's work. I appreciate it, y'all. They took this very seriously and really looked at everything, and I appreciate that.
I would like to say just one thing to the council, let you know, we are currently right now 3 short on employees with the sanitation department. And at this point, we won't be looking to replace on this vote, so.
Which will again save us a good bit of money, but still maintain some people to do these other things that we gotta do. Okay?
Get rid of anybody.
Okay. All right, how about building official, Mr.
Well, I got approval on giving the fine, on the properties that we have. I have remained,
This is the condemnation properties, ones we condemned.
1007 Phillips and 7 Southern Court. I went out to give both citations Friday, and neither, I couldn't find anybody I was looking for. So we'll still continue that. We have no further buildings to be condemned or to be looked at this time, and just trying to wrap up the year and see where we're at the year, and then start over in January.
You've got information on building permits that have been issued. You got all that. There's all kinds of reports there, so council members look at them. You got any question on anything, well, feel free to ask, and if you can't right now, give us a call and we'll try to get you the information or an answer later even. Anybody got anything for Mr. Johnson otherwise? Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Hernsberger, the street foreman, had a kind of a family emergency. He had to leave this afternoon. He called me and he was going to be here, but he couldn't make it. So I'm just going to tell you that me and him, of course, talk every day pretty well. They are actively working on the Kelly Street, Bragg Street project that y'all approved. Not near through with it, but they're working on it, okay? Just our own people. Of course, we're gonna have a contractor come in and put in the big new culverts and all that stuff. But that project's underway, plus just everything else we're trying to work on, and still sweeping streets, and this time of year, trying to sweep and vacuum leaves that are falling, obviously. So a lot of things there, but if there's any question you got on something, let me know and I'll get back with you if need be. Street Committee, Councilmember Mosley.
Okay. We met, I can't tell you what day it was now.
Last week.
Last week, one day.
Wednesday, I believe.
I think you're right. We met on Wednesday,
We had the guidelines for dedication of streets. We worked on it. We think we have it. It was in your packet. I hope that everybody has looked at it. And I'd like to move that we accept this new updated.
Second.
Okay, motion by Chairperson Mosley, seconded by Mr. Tollfree. This is a recommendation from the street committee. Y'all got all of it there. This deals with if somebody wants a street dedicated to someone, which occasionally we have crop up, this sets out the guidelines for it, how to go about doing it. Is there a question or discussion on the motion?
All for the vote.
All those in favor, show of hands. I see 6 in favor, that adopts it. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, the next thing that we have is a request for a one-way street on Cobb. We have looked at that, and right now, we do not think that is something that we need to do. We can go back and look at it at a later date, if necessary. And the third thing was a request for speed bumps on George Street. And right now, we need to look at this a little bit more, and I would like to request that the police department check speeding on this street on occasions, not constantly, but on occasion, and see if we can help it some way. But right now, they had asked for 3, and that's not anything that we can do right now.
I think that was on a portion of the street, but there
Yes,
was
it was
a,
on a portion of George Street.
and just for the record, the Cobb Street was a portion of Cobb
Yeah,
Street.
the
It wasn't the
portion,
whole
yeah.
street, but it was a portion of it. So the committee's not making any recommendation on either one of them right now.
No,
Okay. Anybody got any question? Okay. We'll move to Parks and Recreation. Mr. Wagnon just texted me, his son is playing basketball tonight. I'm not sure where, he was gonna try to get back, but he told me if he wanted to go see his son, it's a 7th grader, by the way, playing basketball.
Woodlawn.
So, Woodlawn, is that where they are?
Yeah.
Okay, so,
I'm missing.
I told him to go, okay? I believe you ought to get to go watch kids play when they play, and so
Absolutely.
I told him to do that. You've got a written report in your packet. Feel free to look over that. If you got any questions, if I can't answer them, I'll make sure we get you an answer and get back to you. But I think it's pretty comprehensive. Question?
Mayor,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
The Warren Senior Citizen Place, I just wanna know, when would that window be replaced? Would it, you know, it's a window, I told you it was a window out and the siding missing. They have, a board up.
We've done a bunch of repair work over there, but we still got some.
It's on the back,
Okay, yeah, but
it's on the back.
okay. I thought that was being taken care of, and maybe it's scheduled to be, and just hadn't been yet. I'll have to check and see.
Okay.
I'm not sure about that. But I will find out, and I'll let you know. Make sure you know.
Okay, and I see with the old street shop, he said the preparation for, the painting has to be done, power washing and cleaning the inside. So, would that be ready, you think, by the new year?
It depends on the weather. So, because if it stays cold, you can't paint when it's cold. You can't. But we're trying, we've got it washed down and we've got to wash the, what we're gonna use for like the counter space, we have to wash it again and degrease it because, I mean, it's years and years. But we've been in there working, so, it could be, that's my goal, but I'll let you know.
Okay, yes, ma'am. And that was all.
Okay. And I'll certainly get you an answer on that senior citizens part, because I remember us talking about that. Thought we were in the process of getting that done. Hopefully we are. Okay, Community Economic Development Committee, Councilmember Hooper.
Okay, thank you, Mayor. The first item on the agenda, Main Street property, is still on the table. Item 2, city flag purchase is still on the table. Number 3, the ordinance, food truck ordinance number 970 is under review. And so 4 and 5, I have 2 proposals to present to the council. The annexation of the property that was purchased by the 189 bypass. So the proposal 1 is for the annexation. The BCEDC recently purchased 105.82 acres along the 189 bypass, in which the city of Warren is leasing some of those acres. This property is adjacent to the city limits of Warren. Allowing them annexation would give them access to infrastructure. The city can expand its tax base and increase sales tax revenue. And according to the administration, because the committee had one question, they want to make sure that did this affect any of the residents in the surrounding area, and we were told no. The committee agrees to accept the BCEDC's request, and I am presenting a motion to the city council to forward this request to our administration department to begin procedures required to adopt the 105.92 acres along 189 bypass in the city limits.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion, a second. That again is a committee seconded. Councilmember Henderson seconded. Motion made by Chairperson Hooper. Any question, discussion? All of this is to authorize us to start the legal process that we have to go through to annex anything. Of course, it's one owner property, and we'll, proceed from there.
Call for the vote.
All in favor, show of hands. I see 6 in favor. Thank you.
Okay, and our proposal B is the city rezoning. The city rezoning was presented in the November City Council session, and it was voted to send it back to the Community and Economic Development Committee. We met on it. It's no question, we hadn't had an update in 5 years, and Mr. Jim Von Tongling was the one who did our rezoning last time, and so he has made a proposal to update our city rezoning again, and his proposal update wouldn't cost to exceed no more than $4,000 unless additional training is requested. So this revision is, is just like what the chief said about the fingerprint. It's something that has to be done. So the committee has agreed on Mr. Jim Von Tongling to do the revision again. So we are motion the council to accept the proposal of Mr. Jim.
Contract, yeah. I second.
Okay, motion's made on committee recommendation from Council Member Chairperson Hooper, seconded by Council Member Henderson, to authorize the contract of Mr. Von Tongling to work with us to put this. Now, this will still have to be brought back to the council, because it'll require an ordinance to make any changes we got to make in our zoning laws and ordinances to keep us in the proper order.
Call for the vote.
All in favor, show of hands. I see 6 in favor. Thank you all very much. That's all, I think, isn't it?
Yes, sir. That concludes my report.
Thank you. Councilmember Henderson, Ways and Means Committee.
Good evening, everyone. The Ways and Means Committee has met on 4 different occasions. Our most recent one was December 1 of 2025. We met to discuss the proposed budget. You will see 3 action items that we will be bringing before you. The first one would be a resolution to adopt the 2026 budget. The second one would be to adopt setting the various official salaries. And lastly, the Pink Tomato Festival contract. Before I ask the mayor to read the resolutions, I did share with you during the agenda meeting, and I'll just hit some high points. I hope that you continue to look at the cash balances. And the last one that we received is for the time period of November 1, 2025 through November 30th of 2025. Of course, we will have added to our cash balances the month of December when we actually meet in January. If you will look, you will see the ending balances. Some of them look very, very good. We will have a balanced budget, and we will have to amend our budget of 2025 so that we will be in compliance with state law. But if you would, always look at your cash balances, which will help you in knowing where we are financially. The proposed budget that you have in front of you does include an increase of health insurance, which most of our insurance, health insurance did go up. I served on the executive committee of the Arkansas Municipal League. The mayor and I were there this past Wednesday. Even their health insurance went up. We are pleased to report that there is a 2% increase for all of our city employees in this budget. We are pleased to report that there is a 2% increase plus the health insurance. The employees will not be asked to pay any additional amount for their health insurance, which really means a whole lot. Within the budget, you will also find that we included one police car and computer updates for all of our departments. Also noted, you will notice that on the first page 1 of the budget, the rental property income has actually gone up because the Community and Economic Development Committee kind of revamped that area as it related, the dollar amount being charged, etc. We also took into consideration in 2026 the solar. We did ask the administration when did we think that we would see some movement there, and the response was in the first quarter. So anywhere from January to, I'm going to say April, we will probably have a report as it relates what the cost savings will be as it relates the solar. I did ask during the agenda meeting if there were any questions or comments. If I need to go into depth any further, I will do that. So I will say now, are there any questions? If not, then I'm going to ask the mayor if we can have the resolution numbers, and that the first resolution adopting the 2026 budget be read. So a resolution
707.
707. So Mayor, would you please read Resolution A 707 to adopt the 2026 budget?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Madam Chair. This proposed resolution A 707, a resolution adopting a budget for the city of Warren, Arkansas for the calendar year 2026 and for other purposes. Whereas the mayor has submitted to the city council for approval or disapproval of proposed budget for the city of Warren, Arkansas for the calendar year 2026. Whereas the following budget has been approved by a majority of the members of the city council at a meeting called for this purpose. And whereas said budget is now on file in the office of city clerk, shall be available for public inspection during regular business hours. Now therefore be it ordained by the city council of Warren, Arkansas, section 1, that the following budget for the operations of the city of Warren, Arkansas for the calendar year 2026 be, and the same is hereby approved, and funds in said amounts are hereby appropriated for said purposes and accounts during the year 2026 from time to time as needed. A detailed budget document shall be available in the office of the city clerk for public inspection during regular business hours. Now that's attached to that resolution then is the actual funding by departments and the general fund, and then a separate one for the street department. All of that's there for you to see. The general fund and unrestricted budget is this is the total, $4,135,837. We are showing that revenue also, that has to be budgeted too. And then for the restricted fund, which is the street department, you will see that, and it's $557,150, both revenue and expenses. So we're showing an absolute balanced budget, and the revenue available to take care of that based on our estimates and what cash balances we have. And so if you put the other category together, which is other special accounts and so forth, you end up with another $582,002, which gives you a total city budget, restricted and non-restricted, of $5,274,989.
I move that we adopt resolution A 704.
Second.
707.
707.
All right, got a motion. Did we get a second?
I second.
Seconded by Councilmember Hooper. This is again a recommendation of the Ways and Means Committee. Question or discussion? And I want to thank them too for all their hard work. All in favor? This is to adopt the budget. We're doing it by resolution. Legally, we can do that, so no ordinance, meaning we don't have to vote 3 times. All in favor, show of hands. I see 6 in favor. It is adopted. Thank you.
Okay, and the second resolution is that of setting the various official salaries. I'm assuming it's 708?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Would you please read resolution A 708?
Resolution A708, a resolution fixing and appropriating salaries for various city officials, this is elected officials, for the year 2026 and for other purposes, be it ordained by the City Council of the City of Warren, Arkansas, Section 1. For the year 2026, the mayor of Warren, Arkansas shall receive a salary of $48,447.88 payable in equal monthly installments. Section 2, for the year 2026, the city clerk of Warren, Arkansas shall receive a salary of $46,235.80 payable in equal monthly installments. Section 3, for the year 2026, the treasurer of Warren, Arkansas shall receive a salary of $13,822.64 payable in equal monthly installments. Section 4, for the year 2026, the city attorney, including all assistant city attorneys, shall receive a total salary for said office of $20,783.88. Section 5, for the year 2026, the aldermen of Warren, Arkansas shall each receive a salary of $4,200. Section 6, if any section or part of a section of this resolution or the application thereof to any person or circumstance is held to be unconstitutional or invalid, such invalidity shall not affect the remaining provisions of the application thereof of this resolution, and to that end, the provisions of this resolution are declared to be severable. Section 7, all resolutions and parts of resolutions in conflict herewith are hereby repealed to the extent of any such conflict. And Section 8, emergency clause, City Council of Warren, Arkansas has determined that the retention of experienced and knowledgeable city employees and officials is necessary to the efficient operation of the city's business and to the maintenance of the peace, safety, and welfare of the residents of the city, and that adequate compensation is a necessary part of the retention of said personnel and officials, and that end emergency is hereby declared to exist. Provision of this appropriation resolution will be in full force and effect from and after its passage and approval. That still means that goes into effect January 1. And before you make a motion, now this is not, there is no increase in any of these positions, right?
I was going to.
Okay, I'm sorry, go ahead.
If you would note that in 2025 budget, there was an increase for all elected officials. However, in this budget, in this resolution, the salary remains the same in 2026 as it is in 2025. I move that we adopt resolution A 708.
motion, Councilmember Henderson, on recommendation of the committee, and second from Councilmember Burks Frazier to adopt A708. Question or discussion? Anybody? All those in favor, show of hands. I see 6 in favor. Thank you.
Okay, and the last action item that we have is that of the contractual agreement with the Bradley County Pink Tomato Festival. Normally, we would contract for the Pink Tomato Festival $10,000. We are increasing it by $2,000. If funds flow in the positive, we can always come back and make amendments, but this is the recommendation of the committee, that we contract with the Pink Tomato Festival $12,000. And in front of you, you do see the contract agreement, and Mayor, you want to read it?
Well, I don't, that's not necessary. All you gotta do is just make a motion to approve it,
Are there any questions?
or whatever.
Then I move that we approve the contract agreement for services between the City of Warren and the Bradley County Pink Tomato Festival for the year of 2026 in the amount of $12,000.
Second.
And if we can find additional funds, that we look at amending at a later time.
Motion, Councilmember Henderson, seconded Councilmember Toll-Free. And just for the record, the $2,000 increase was put in the budget too, so it's there to cover it, so.
But you can always amend the budget
Yeah, absolutely.
and add the additional dollars.
This is simply to approve the contract.
Correct.
Question or discussion? Okay, I think we've already, anybody got any other comment?
Comment.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Mr. Toll-Free.
I don't know how many Warren Nights saw the PBS presentation from Rex Nelson. Yeah, it was pink tomatoes and wide receivers, and it showed a great light on the city of Warren. So if you hadn't seen it, it's still out there. You can go to that site and look at it. Not just
It's on YouTube too.
YouTube too. Yeah. When he always ask me, why y'all get so many great receivers? I said, it's the pink tomatoes, water, and the people.
All right. See, we had voted. All for the vote. This is for the contract. All in favor, show of hands, please. I see 6 in favor. Thank you very much. All right, I'll try to blow through this.
That is the report of the week.
Thank you. Appreciate it, and likewise, this committee put in a lot of time and a lot of effort, and we appreciate the committee and all their work on putting this budget together. Reports and business of boards and commission, Parks and Rec, there's not anything there to discuss. No meeting, planning commission, you've got their minutes, you see all that, nothing to act on there. Aviation Commission did not meet since last meeting. Water and Sewer, you've got their minutes and their finances. That's all there for your information. Housing Authority, no meeting. I think they're scheduled to meet tomorrow, but we'll get that in future meetings. You've got the cultural centers, that's just a monthly report there. Of course, no activity there, but seeing what's going on. There's not any unfinished business that we're aware of. Do have a few items of new business. The firefighters supplemental income protection and death benefit program, and you've got a handout there. That needs to be renewed.
I make a motion, we renew the firefighter supplemental income protection and death benefit program.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Toll-Free, second by Councilmember Henderson. Is there question or discussion? I think everybody knows what this is. An insurance policy that covers our volunteers and everybody. Primarily for the volunteers. All right. Ready to vote? Any other comment or question? All in favor, show of hands, please. I see 6 in favor, so that approves that. Then we've got the renewal of our annual Municipal League Workers' Compensation Program. You've got a list of that there. This is routine, but good bit of money.
The Municipal League workman's comp be approved as listed in your handout.
Is there a question or just, we got a second?
Second.
All right,
I yield to Alderman Atkins.
all right, Councilmember Atkins, you get the second on that. Motion by Councilmember Henderson, if I heard that right. Y'all can see that's $49,000, but it's
But it's worth it.
gotta be done, and it's, you know, something we have to carry by law, quite frankly. All right, any question or discussion on the motion,
We
which
need
is
to
to
make sure we
approve?
get it in a timely.
Yeah, we'll save that little amount too.
Good, that's a lot of money.
Ready to vote? All in favor, show of hands. Thank you. I know some of this is routine, but it's important stuff that's gotta be done. Now, I just wanted to make y'all aware, it's item 3, AI policy. I know y'all hear this every night on the news, something being talked about artificial intelligence. We are gonna be required to set a city artificial intelligence policy. We're still digging into what all that's gonna require and what we're gonna have to do. The municipal league's gonna be helping us. We will have to be bringing something to you, a written policy. We don't have it, although we got some samples, but we don't have it yet, so I'm just giving you a heads up that this is gonna be coming early next year, okay? And this is another one of those things we're being required to do, but it's probably a wise thing to do too, in today's world, so I just wanted you to know that. Item 4, Councilmember Henderson, you're recognized for a nomination.
I would like to move that Maston Frazier be appointed to the Civil Service Commission. I did put a copy of his bio on the table for each of the aldermen, the mayor, as well as the city clerk.
Second.
All right, I got the motion from Councilmember Henderson, seconded by Councilmember Toll-Free, to appoint Mr. Maston Frazier to the Warren Civil Service Commission. Any discussion of the motion? This would be to appoint him. All in favor, show of hands. Any opposed? Any recusals? Got a recusal from Councilmember
Abstention.
Birch Frazier.
Abstention.
Abstention, I'm sorry, abstention.
I always say that.
Okay, all right, that takes care of that. Announcements. Municipal building will be closed the 24th and
Mayor, you
20th.
have a hand.
Hey,
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I've just got a question. I should have asked it, I think, under, when we were talking about the annexation of the property. So, I was told informally that there's a problem with getting energy or electricity that we need to the,
Well, it may take some requirements to get some more stuff from energy, because to get some, I know like a transfer.
Right.
What's it called, a
substation.
substation, thank you, out there. That's something that's, we're gonna have to go to work on, and we're even, I think, BCDC's, they're even working on some grants to try to make, go make some improvements, which that would be part of it, along with some extension of sewer lines and that type of thing.
So if
It's
we-
right there close, but
Right.
it's not right on the site.
So if we can't get it, and the city and the BCDC is required to pay that 10 to 12 million, so what are we gonna do?
Well, we're gonna have to do something to get power out there down the road, but I don't expect we're gonna be looking at the city of Warren paying no $10 million to put no power station.
Right.
That's something that's gonna have to be done either with a major grant or the power company themselves.
Are there
which-
grants out there to do something?
There are grants out there to develop the site, and that's a major part of the
Right.
development. It's not that you don't have electricity out there, you don't have the
Right.
type of electricity that you have to run a major.
You can't run a plant on what it takes to run a
operation.
building.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about,
What
I just-
about,
so.
No, you go ahead.
what about our governor? She throwing money around for economic development around the state?
And that's where we're going for some of it.
Thank you.
Now, whether or not we get it all and how long it takes is another question.
Does energy, do they always, when it comes to building substations, have they in the past?
Yes, they have, or at least participated.
Does it have anything to do with us going solar?
No. it has to do with, that the utility companies aren't funding everything. They would normally, the industry would probably, pay for most of it. Of course, they're getting to the point that some things they won't pay for anymore.
Right.
The intermodal got the same situation with C&L. C&L came through and is actually putting in what's needed over there. So hopefully we'll be able to get some help from them as well as any grants that we need. It may be a little bit of a long-term project, but it is. Now, that don't mean you couldn't use some of that land for some other things that might not need that kind of power.
Right.
Have we contacted our senator and representative to see if there's anything they can do?
Well, I don't know that we have yet, but your representative certainly knows about it because he's been involved in everything from the beginning of the land being bought out there. So I don't know if anybody's talked to the senator, but basically it's AED, Arkansas Economic Development, and they're preparing an application right now.
On behalf of?
BCEDC is, yeah, because they're the owner. Yeah. Yeah, there'll be some things that'll have to be done out there eventually, depending on what you are able to get to locate out there, of course.
It is an election year coming up.
All right, any other question or anything? I don't want to skip anybody here. I was going to make the announcements. We're closed December 24th, 25th. That's a Wednesday, Thursday for the Christmas holidays. Will not be any garbage pickup those 2 days because Wednesday we don't pick up regular garbage anyway, but Christmas Day, of course, so we'll have to just double up later. The municipal building will be closed January 1 in observance of New Year's. That's a week later. No plans to pick up trash on that day. We continue to remind you of the Municipal League Winter Conference in January. Mr. Tolfree?
Have a few announcements, if you don't mind, Mayor.
You go right ahead.
First of all, on the 17th of this month at the Country Club from 2 to 4, John Gavin, which has been with the University of Arkansas Agricultural, I don't want to change the name so much, Extension. He's having a reception for his retirement from 2 to 4. And if you have any questions, dial 226-8410. Then on the 19th, Bradley County Rural Health Clinic is having an open house, which is also going to have Santa Claus there. So if y'all need to get in with Santa, y'all need to be there.
I need, what time is that again?
I think it's 1 to 4.
And that's on what date?
The 19th.
19th.
The Bradley County Rural Health Clinic, right across on the south side of the hospital.
Oh, okay. And John Gavin's day is what?
It's the 17th.
At what time?
2 to 4.
2 to 4.
Mm-hmm. And then on the 22nd of this month on Main Street, the Warren Bank is having an open house. So if you miss Santa on the 19th, you can catch him on the 22nd.
Can you show up both times?
Yeah.
In case you need to make sure it remembers you.
Yeah, it's always reinforcement.
I may need to go twice.
What
So.
time is, open house, all day?
No, 1 to 4.
1 to 4.
Mm-hmm. And then also, on this week, the Arkansas School Board Association have its annual conference, and they have slated me to be a speaker on a breakout session. So hopefully I can put a plug or two in for Warren
Where is that going to be?
in Little Rock at the State House. Thank you.
Thank you. I thought Mr. Tolfree would probably mention this too, but I'm going to go ahead and do it, and I think he'll second me anyway. I want to congratulate the Warren Lumberjack football team. That don't have a thing in the world directly to do with the city of Warren, and yet it does, because as Mr. Tolfree's already pointed out, the kind of attention and advertisement that we get as a community because of that program and other sports, but certainly that program, you couldn't afford to pay for. And while we're all, including those kids, we're wanting to get to that state championship game, they had a remarkable season.
Woo!
And finished in the top 4 in Class 4A in Arkansas, and they battled and fought, sometimes with a short stick. but they battled and fought and did a terrific job, and I think represented the city of Warren, the community of Warren very well, and I want to commend Coach Embry and his staff and the entire, all the kids. That's the cheerleaders, the band, and everybody, okay, all of them.
You'll be surprised that the people in the state and out of state actually came to Dardanelle to see that game.
We had a good crowd up there. So anyway, wanted to mention that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got the
I move that we pay the
the
bills.
bills.
Second.
Mayor, you didn't mention your party. You the host?
No, that's it.
She's the planner. Yeah, we're gonna try to have the city Christmas party on the, I believe it's the 19th too, isn't it? Like 11 to 12 or 1 or whatever it is. And y'all are certainly invited. We're gonna have it here in the municipal building this year, so you're certainly welcome to come by. Well, thank you for reminding me of that. And I think I got a motion and a second. Who seconded, but first by Councilmember Henderson, who seconded the motion? Mr. Colfrey.
You gotta let him go.
This is to pay the bills.
You
for
know
November. This is, you got a copy of them here. All right, any question or discussion on anything? All in favor, show of hands to pay our bills. I see 6 in favor. Our next meeting, agenda meeting, should be January the 8th at 7 a.m. And the next regular city council member, second Monday of January, the 12th, 2026. I hear no other business. We are adjourned.
You need a gavel.
Yeah, you know, I need to ask Santa Claus for one.